Hi kids, today we're going to read The Circus Ship. "5 miles off the coast of Maine, and slightly overdue, a circus ship was steaming south in fog as thick as stew. On board were 15 animals who traveled to and fro. The next day it was Boston for another circus show. The captain, Mr. Carrington, was honest and sincere. He thought that they should drop the hook and wait for things to clear. But Mr. Payne, the circus boss, was terribly demanding. He stomped up to the helm where Captain Carrington was standing and screamed, "Don't stop, keep going. I've got a show to do. Just get me down to Boston town tomorrow, sir, by 2. So the captain's a little worried. Circus manager's a little angry and tough. Then came a crash, an awful bash. Things flew into the air. The ship had smashed into a ledge that no one knew was there. Look at all the animals. They're flying in the air. The circus manager, he's flying too. The shattered ship began to tip and then sank without a sound. The splashing, thrashing animals swam round and round and round. Oh, these poor animals. Look at them. Tiger. Tigers, giraffes, zebras, elephants, apes. The captain said to Mr. Payne, "Pray tell, what shall we do? We can't just leave them here to drown. We've got to save them too." "The animals," yelled Mr. Payne. "Why, sir, what are you, daft? It's me that you should rescue. Pull me up into the raft. Now ferry me to safety, sir, before I die of cold." "Don't question me," barked Mr. Payne. "Just do as you are told." Ooh, he cares about himself, but boy, it doesn't sound like he cares about the animals too much. But Mr. Carrington does as he asks. Pulls him in the boat. Through chilly water all night long, the animals swam on until they reached an island beach just before the dawn. They pulled themselves up on the shore, bedraggled, cold, and beat the staggers to the village on weary, wobbly feet. There they are. The people in the neighborhood had just begun to rise, and when they saw those animals, they had to rub their eyes. They thought they saw an elephant, but wait, how could that be? And what's that little monkey doing in the cherry tree? There's the little monkey. Soon animals were everywhere and into everything. There's an ostrich in the outhouse, a hippo in the spring. There's a tiger in the tulips. There's a lion on the lawn. There's a python in the pantry. It went on and on and on. No, they're just everywhere. Mr. Hood was stacking wood and nearly jumped a mile when he found the alligator sleeping on his pile. And Mrs. Dotty Daly, who grew daisies by the bunch, discovered that the Ibra, he'd been eating them for lunch. And Miss Fanny Feeney found, according to the rumors, the silly little circus monkey swinging in her bloomers. There's the alligator and the zebra. And there's the monkey wearing her bloomers. Silly monkey. But everything changed quickly, like the turning of the tide, the night the abbot's shed caught fire with Emma Rose inside. From high above the abbot's farm, the togger saw the shed. The sight of smoke and fire triggered something in his head. He jumped through flames 1,000 times back in his circus days. So he ran past all the people and leapt into the blaze. There he is on the mountaintop, and there he is jumping into the blaze. Everybody panic, help, what can we do? And from the raging fire, something big burst into view. It was the most amazing sight, and everybody froze when they saw the tiger saving little Emma Rose. There she is. Top of the tiger. The tiger's risky rescue changed everybody's mind. The animals, they weren't so bothersome. The animals, they were kind. They lived together, side by side. They got along. It didn't seem like anything could possibly go wrong. There they are, all the animals. Then Little Red the messenger came running with the word. Apparently a circus ship had sunk from what he'd heard. The animals are from that boat. They swam in from the bay. The greedy owner wants them back. He'll be here any day. The people, they called a meeting, and they quickly hatched a plan. No animal that came ashore would sail off with that man. He left them to die. So they came up with a plan. At the crack of dawn, up the lane marched Mr. Payne, whose voice was loud and clear. I'm the circus owner. My ship sank in the murk. I've come to find my animals. I'm putting them back to work. There he is. Mean old Mr. Payne. Ugh. He's scary. He hiked until he came into town, his face red. He scratched his head. He stood there with a frown. He looked high and low, but he still couldn't see the 15 circus animals of his menagerie. He looked around there. He scratched his head. Where were they? He ran the alleyways. He searched the village square. He even checked a chicken coop. His animals weren't there. He was tuckered out. His heavy chest was heaving. Then Little Red stopped and said, I think your boat, it's leaving. Little Red tells him that about the boat must be leaving. He ran off in a fit of rage. His ship was leaving sight. So he jumped into a rowboat and he rowed with all his might. There he's jumping off the dock. To a little rowboat. And from that day on, they'd like to say their lives were free of pain. It was a happy, peaceful place upon that isle in May. There's all the people with the animals. Okay, that's it for today. I will see you next time. Bye.